Hi there, this is Jason Renshaw from EnglishITutor.com, and this tutorial, this visual tutorial, is a example response for question type 2 in the TOEFL speaking test. And in this case, I'm looking at question 2 on test 2 in my TOEFL speaking mentor system. And we're going to look at a sample response and a few issues to do with preparation and how to organize the response. Now here's our question from test 2. This is question 2 on test 2. Many students say that the most effective way to study is in collaborative pairs or groups. Do you agree with this, or do you think it is more effective to study alone? Use reasons and examples to support your response. Now, in the previous video tutorial that I did for question type 2, in this question I chose the option of saying that it's better to study alone. So I disagreed. I said I disagree with the idea of studying collaborative pairs. I think it's better to study alone. But for this example answer, which is example response B, sort of the other side of the argument, I'm going to agree and say that it is actually better to study in collaborative pairs or groups. Now if you look down there at the bottom, you'll see my preparation notes. These are the quick notes that I took down in the 15 seconds that I had to prepare to speak. I wrote T equals GR period, and that means my topic is groups. Now, what you don't want to do here is start writing out lots of information that you're not going to really need to remember. I just wanted a quick prompt to remind me that I'm going to talk about groups. I'm sort of brainstorming my way through my topic. And then I've got 3 reasons, R1, R2, R3. Now, you don't need to give 3 reasons in your response. By writing 3 reasons down, that doesn't mean that we're going to talk about 3 reasons. This is just about thinking our way through the topic and giving ourselves some options. Sometimes reasons work out well when you're talking about them. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're hard to talk about. Sometimes they just don't sort of feel right while you're talking, and sometimes they're hard to support with any sort of general or realistic examples. So the whole reason that I have for having more than 1 or 2 reasons is just giving myself options, just thinking my way through this topic so that I've got some options to choose from when it comes time to supporting my answer. Now let's look at the actual response. Now I start with my topic and I say, I would have to say that I agree that it's actually better to study in collaborative pairs or groups. My first reason for this is, I think this is actually quite representative of what real-world working situations involve. Whether it's business or science or even education, a lot of the work you do will involve working with other people in teams to reach certain objectives or goals. Besides that, it's a great opportunity to learn new skills that you may not have. I can recall picking up more advanced computer skills, research skills, presentation strategies, basically by observing and asking the people I worked with in collaborative groups. So you can see there, if we go back through my answer, I've got my topic, that I agree that it's actually better to study in collaborative pairs or groups. My first main reason that that this is actually representative of what it's like to be out working in the real world. I've supported that with some very general examples, business or science or even education. And I've explained what I meant. A lot of the work you do will involve working with other people in teams. My second reason, my follow-up reason, besides that, it's a great opportunity to learn new skills that you may not have. And I've supported that by saying picking up more advanced computer skills, research skills, and presentation strategies. And then I've said, basically by observing and asking the people I worked with. So I'm talking about my memory of working in collaborative groups when I studied, and some of the additional skills that I didn't have that I was able to pick up. So that's the basic structure of my answer. I work through my topic, my first main reason, and then a follow-up reason. So you may like to review that and have a look over that, and I hope it gives you some good ideas.